realized I left my laptop not in this room, so I could not see chat until now. But, hello everybody, welcome to the return of sorting streams. It's been a couple weeks because I was gone. Hello, Copper. Welcome back to stream. Sorting Lego, so much dark brown. Actually, yes. And I need all of that dark brown because that's got to go to the Burke village we're making for How to Train Your Dragon. So, yeah, welcome everyone. Hello, Copper. Welcome back. We are going to start sorting. There's a bit of a new layout for sorting today. Instead of having all of the regular bins out, I have 4 small bins that correlate with each of the bins. We have bricks, plates, tiles, slopes. This way, you can kind of see a little more of what I'm actually sorting. And then we can do more later. Sorry, I'm leaning over to the computer. There we go. There we go. Da-da-da. So, yeah. Okay. The first stuff we are going to be sorting today is this box. I'm going to put, like, sorting stuff into this box. This is pretty much all stuff from, I did a short based on the Thunderbolts just like a week ago when the movie came out. And I had to build a facade for a building for that short, and most of that is from this. So this is really just resorting some plates back into the bin. These we'd previously sorted from the last bin, and we're kind of just resorting these ones. But luckily, this is mostly just plates, so I think it'll be an easy sort. Oh, I really want to get some Acro Mills cabinets for parts and stuff. That's like the eventual dream. Since I'm just starting out with like my real sorting process right now, I pretty much just I have these like, these bins here are like just big storage bins, and I have it sorted into 4 sections. So we have 4 categories we're starting with: plates, bricks, tiles, and slopes, and then we're gonna sort down from there. And then eventually the goal is to have like an Acro Mills cabinet set up, everything sorted out by part, not necessarily color. Part I think is more useful for me. It's easier to see the different colors and stuff when we're building, so that's the dream. But we're just like at the very early stages of the sorting journey here, so we're starting small first. Yeah, that's like part of the thing is they are expensive, and I don't exactly have like the room I'm in is it's in the top of like the house, so like the ceiling is very angled, so it's hard to like stack shelves and stuff for cabinets. But I do plan to get Acro Mills cabinets eventually to store stuff in, because that's like they work so well for Lego. They really are like the perfect Lego sorting device. I watch, every time I watch Solid Bricks, I'm like, man, I want to have that style of sorting system. But yeah, how's it going today? How are you doing, Copper? I hope today's been treating you well so far. After we get through this bin too, I'm going to dive in and grab some more non-plate related pieces. This is pretty much just going to be like a giant bin of plates to start out with, because I pretty much just made a plate wall for that building for the video. And then if you saw the Elemental Ember and Wade video, that mock I did, I used that as one of the other buildings. Oh, you're building the Tuxedo Cat for a friend? Nice. That set's super cute. I think that one was really fun. I do have some interest in getting that one. I also love cats. There's one that kind of runs around here sometimes. What he likes to do is climb on top of the, I have the UCS Millennium Falcon, right? And he loves to climb on top of it and make a mess of it. That set has some pretty broken segments, all due to my cat there, so. But that Tuxedo Cat set is really cute, and I think it's super funny that you can take the Eye of Sauron off of Barad-dûr and put it onto the cat, and it works pretty much perfectly, and vice versa, put the cat head onto Barad-dûr. I saw the Tuxedo Cat set on your Instagram account there, though. The post about it. It's a cool... I like that you post kind of what's like on the inside of the boxes. Like, so you see like a little bit how many bags are in there. It's kind of nice. Yeah, the cat fur is all over the Falcon. And I have a Dalmatian too, and her fur is everywhere. It gets into everything. Every single one of like my Lego bins or my mocks, they have so much like dog hair just because she sheds so much. So her hair is everywhere. So that's part of the reason we're sorting now. Is this is like a half sorting, half cleaning all of the dog hair out of my Lego collection. So I do plan to wash most of these pieces once they've been sorted. But I want to get like a full bin of pieces to make it really worth the time to put in to wash it. Because washing Lego is honestly a lot of work. We're going to take apart this whole thing here. Lego's paper bags. That's fair. If the paper bags, I think though people will still like seeing the amount of bags and stuff in there. There's something very satisfying about seeing all of the bags for a set laid out in front of you. Even if you can't see through the bags, like there's like a whole, I don't know if it's ASMR, but there's something satisfying about seeing all of the bags on display in front of you for you to look at. It's like an organization thing, I think. I think that's what's so satisfying about it. Ooh. I do not have my pab cup for water pieces, so we're just going to put these tiles in like the regular tile bin, and I'll know if I ever need some extra ones. There's a few in there. Because I use this piece all the time. It is going to come into play during the second phase of Burke here. Because I'm going to use a lot of these tiles, I think, for the ice structures that the Bewilderbeast shoots out. I think this is like the perfect color for that, so that's why we went with like the darker water color on that mock. Yeah, like I do think there's a good chance there that, because there's something very satisfying about seeing all the bags laid out, even if you can't see what's in them, and then potentially even like other ways of looking into stuff. I think it'll be good though. People are still gonna enjoy the satisfying look of seeing all the parts laid out. Not parts, bags, because it's like I feel like it's kind of like those, you know, those like refrigerator packing videos where they go in and they like stock their refrigerator and they have all like the nice drawers and everything. I feel like it's kind of in the same line of that, where it's about like the organization and like satisfaction of that for people to get. So let me see. Sorry, stream saying my bitrate is, says stream health's good though. Okay. If the stream gets a little funky at all, let me know and I'll up. Actually, I might just do it right now. It's saying my bitrate's a little bit low. Someone suggested that I save the clear numbered bags. Oh, that is a lot of work, but it could work too. And then low key, sorry, give me 1 second. I'm gonna adjust the bitrate. Okay, if something weird happens, let me know. I adjusted the bitrate of the stream because YouTube was telling me to. So if it gets weird looking, just let me know. But if you like save the clear bags, then technically you get 2 posts out of each set. You get one that's the paper bags, and then you get a second post that's the clear bags. So you get a double post, but that is a lot more work. 2 though, I guess, because there's some sets that have like plastic and stuff, right? Let's see, maybe it'll adjust. I don't know. There's sets that are plastic, right? So maybe sorry, not plastic, that have like extra parts, like the plastic wings or like the fabric wings. Maybe those people are gonna want to see that too as well. Because sometimes sometimes I'm always interested to see which parts are separated. Because you know how Lego like will sometimes separate stuff out of a bag and it'll just be like free floating, stuff like that. There's always that level of like, oh, this part is just hanging around in the set, which is always kind of funny when there's just a part, like a random piece floating around. I feel like that happens a lot in 4+ sets. They just have like random parts tumbling around in the box because they're so big, like the plates and stuff in those sets. I don't buy a lot of 4+ sets. Honestly, I do, but there's a lot that I want to get for like the figs, but usually I'm like, I can't get most of those. There we go. The way the Burk link gives a good overview of the Burk website. Oh, they changed some lore and stuff too? That's good to know. I am excited to take a closer look. I'm getting some more pieces. I think the thing I'm most excited for about this is like seeing Burk in live action and the dragons, obviously, but I feel like getting to see Burk in live action is going to be pretty cool, just because it's going to look like a Viking house. Yeah, sure. What are they adding there? What's some of that new lore? Because I really don't know much. I just know they're changing some things, but not a lot. I know they're not changing like a lot of stuff, which is good. I think people would be mad if they changed stuff, honestly, which is why I think it's kind of good they're going the route they're going. My allergies are going crazy right now. But yeah, that's why I think the thing I'm most excited for about the movie is just seeing how it's adapted to live action. Because I mean, we already all know the story, and I am hoping it's one of those remakes where they actually like play with the medium a little bit. I don't have a rando pieces box. Let's just throw these back here. Oh, we got another one of like these nice wall pieces. I love these things. I don't use them very often anymore, but when I was a kid, I used those so much. Got them from like a garage sale haul. Also, why did I do this to myself? This is plates stacked. There you go. You can see in like that reflection of light. Taking this apart is going to be an actual nightmare. Oh, I see. So they like Burk is like the expert dragon killers. That is interesting and good. I feel like that kind of adapts some of what happens in like the hidden world, right? They like, because there's dragon hunters everywhere in the hidden world, which I mean I'm sure they just didn't talk about in the original animated movie, because I don't think they knew they were going to get to make a whole trilogy. I'm sure they hoped they could. But hi Diego, what is up? How are you doing on this fine, what is it, Saturday? I think I like that though. I feel like that's something I didn't think about. I like that there's this like more broader look at the world around Burk, because in the first How to Train Your Dragon we really just got Burk. But with this now we're gonna get to see a little bit more of the rest of the world, since they've already fleshed this lore out in the movies, so they can do a little more with it now that it's been established in the original trilogy. It's like the Olympics. Oh, I see. So it's like they bring all the Vikings come to Burk to hunt dragons. That I do like that lore actually. That's a good addition. I'm hoping there's lots of stuff like that. That's what I think is going to make the live action worth it. Oh, all good, Diego. Have fun. Have fun working. Or as much fun as you can have, I guess. Good luck, though. You got this. Hopefully you're not working until, like, midnight again. But I do like that lore edition. There we go. That's cool. I really hope there's more stuff like that in the movie. That's what I think is going to make it worth it for me. Because, again, like, I'm not a huge fan of, like, live-action remakes. I haven't seen a single one in theaters. So, but this one, I'm like, it's How to Train Your Dragon. I have to. And, like, Dean is behind it. So, you know, I think it's going to be good. I'm excited. And I've heard good things. I mean, everyone Thursday night was saying it's great, too. I've seen the video of Mason Thames, like, when they told him he got the part. That was really sweet. I really liked that video. And that's, I think, too, he's going to play a good Hiccup because, like, he's been, like us, he's grown up with How to Train Your Dragon his whole life. So I think he's really trying to do the character justice, which is awesome. 11 p.m. is still pretty late, but hey, at least it's not midnight. That is a win. Oh, those are really stuck together. These pieces have been together for a long time. Forever ago, there was that, like, Lego Chima. Just dated myself. Lego Chima contest where you could, like, enter a build for the contest to win the giant Lego Chima pack that had every single Lego Chima set ever or whatever. And I did enter it. I did not win, obviously, but this was from that build. It was like a giant Fire Phoenix fortress that I made. Yeah, good luck sleeping, Diego. I don't think you're going to sleep now. But tonight you probably will very well. Guess it depends. Ooh, I dropped some pieces. There we go. A lot of this stuff that's coming apart today, too, is from Starkiller Base. I finally took it apart because I needed green stuff for Burke. I was like, okay, I need these green bricks. The rest of this is finally coming apart. It took me a whole, like, 4 years to actually take the whole thing apart. I was too attached to it. But the time had come. The rest of it was gone. There's going to be an updated video coming out for that one in, I think, August, I said. But on my thing, we'll see. For that mock. Besides mocks, what are my favorite Lego themes? So, Star Wars. Not very original there, but I love Lego Star Wars. That's really what got me into Lego in the first place. I love Lord of the Rings, so Lord of the Rings sets, I have pretty much all of them, even like the old ones, because I love just Lord of the Rings in general. I'm working on reading the books right now, and those sets are amazing. So Lord of the Rings, Star Wars. I do like Marvel. I don't buy that much Marvel these days because it's ridiculous. Some of those prices. I feel like Lego Marvel is the biggest example of, like, insane pricing on sets sometimes. Besides Star Wars, obviously. Star Wars is kind of a mess half the time. Prices are crazy. But I like a lot of the Marvel minifigs, but some of the sets, I'm just like, I can't justify buying that. Jurassic Park stuff, though, I really like those. Again, it's hard to get some of those because the sets are really expensive, but I'm excited for some of the new ones for the new movie. What else do I get? And then I occasionally will get, like, some of the icons, stuff like that. Icons ideas when they suit me. Oh, Lego Minecraft too. Rivendell is a beautiful build. I have it. I haven't built it yet. And I'm really excited to eventually build it one day. Those tiles, though, are rough. It's a crazy process. Looks beautiful. Like, don't get me wrong. The tiles are stunning. It's just excuse me. it's a long process for those. I like that they tell you though. I think I saw in the instructions they tell you that you can like use the trick where you run the plate along to straighten them out, and I'm really glad they tell you how to do that, so you know how to straighten the pieces out a little bit more. It was a good move. But yeah, that's a great set. Rivendell is beautiful. I have Barad-dûr built. That one is sick. I love that one. And then I have to build the Shire still. I did get that one. Yeah, having to be able to do that, just like run it straight through. Really, really nice they told you how to do that, because otherwise those things are not coming out straight at all. Like they're so wiggly. Putting 1x1 tiles down is always very tricky. Oh, I dropped a jumper. There it is. Nice. Okay. But yeah, Lord of the Rings. And then it's like ideas in icon stuff and Minecraft, I think, are the other big ones I get. Minecraft, I do a lot of sets. I think I'm gonna try to do some more Minecraft stuff on the channel here, honestly, in the future. So, but yeah, that's kind of what I like. What themes do you collect? So this room, I have some built sets. Honestly, a lot of them are taken apart and put into like storage bins. I put them in a Ziploc bag. I write the set number on them and I throw them in a bin. And then in my room, I have some sets on display, especially some like older ones, some of the UCS ones, stuff like that. So I have a few on display up there, some in here, and then a lot of them get taken apart. Lately too, I know this is kind of bad if I ever want to display them again. I've been like going through and just pillaging parts off of sets I have on display to build like Burke and stuff, which probably not the best idea, but it has helped me get stuff done. Room tour. Technically, yes, I did one. I want to say it was like 3 years ago now. Everything's completely different though. I've completely redone this room. It is something I do want to do. I want to go through and do another room tour for kind of what's changed here, like a second update, if you will. I just have not gotten to it yet. Part of me is waiting until there's a little bit more, a few more subscribers on the channel, because I think that'll be a longer video, and that I think will help boost watch time. I'm trying to get like a lot of watch hours in right now, being honest. So having that be like a longer video that lots of people could watch, I'm kind of waiting for more subscribers to do one of those, because I think that would be really fun. A fun video, just a tour, because I like watching those a lot, so I think it's fun to do them too. So yeah, technically there's been a room tour, but it's very outdated. I don't even remember what the room was like when I did that. I guess I could watch it, but it was a long time ago. Modulars, Ninjago, all the Architecture's a good one. That's fair. I feel like Architecture's like really pretty sets, but some of them are big and they take up a lot of space there. Ninjago's good. I get a Ninjago sets here and there if they're dragons, pretty much. If it's a Ninjago dragon, I'll probably buy it. Otherwise, I'm less likely to. Or the spinners. I like the Ninjago spinners a lot. I like getting at least one of those from each iteration, because I think they're just cool to have, like the spinners or the flyers or the... Oh, that was the wrong bin. Or like the Beyblade looking ones. I'm mis-sorting. There we go. Architecture ones are really cool, though. Ooh, modulars scare me. I have a couple of them. I'm trying not to get into them. Because I know it's a slippery slope, and I'll have to buy like every single one when I really get into it. The stars I buy now is diorama sets. Sold. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's fair. The Ewok Village is a really good one. That I have a feeling we're going to get another thing similar to that, though, in the future with how well praised that one is. I feel, and LEGO loves to make original trilogy sets, so I feel like they'll circle back to an Ewok village. It's only a matter of time. The diorama sets are really good, though. I like those ones. I feel like with my Lego Star Wars stuff, most of the things I buy these days, I try to buy stuff with minifigs. Or if I really like the display. But I'm a minifigure person for sure, so if they have good minifigs, I'm more likely to buy it. Ooh, there you go. Yeah, Death Star. Death Star, though, they got that new one possibly coming out. Very expensive new one, but it's a Death Star. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that one, honestly. I feel like that one's going to be a little bit out of my price range unless the channel starts doing really well by then. Whoops. That is supposed to be here. But yeah. Yeah. At Star Wars sets too, I feel like with Star Wars sets, they take up a ton of room, and a lot of them look really similar. Because a lot of them are remakes, so... Sorry, it's going to get loud. I'm getting more pieces. So many Star Wars sets are just remakes of old sets too, I feel like, or like updated versions, so sometimes you don't need all of them on display. Some of them can go. That's a slope. Scoot forward a little more. There we go. Oh. This is printed? I don't know what it is. I think it might be from Aquaman. Let me see. Where's the focus button? There we go. I feel like this might be from Aquaman, like the Aquaman set. I don't know, though. I guess the tile's going in the bin. Yeah, Marvel takes up a ton of room. That's the modulars I usually get are the Marvel ones, and then I have a couple others. I got the museum because the museum is stunning, and I really like the fossil in it because I'm a big dinosaur guy. So that one was good, and I think it'll like sit well in between like the Sanctum and Avengers Tower and stuff. But yeah, Avengers sets, especially these days, like I feel like Marvel sets are either like a silly little funny Spider-Man set or this like massive tower. And there's not a whole lot of in between on the Marvel sets there, which is crazy. Those ones get pretty wild. This is from Chima though. The Ripcord. This is a fun thing to find. That's a good color too, the blue one. Put that in the way pieces bin. Go over there too. Okay. Yes, the Brontosaurus is very cool. I really like the little fossil in there. That's why I got the... Well, that's one of the reasons. I guess I got the museum because I also just like the build. But I like how the Brontosaurus looks in there. So it was a big, big help in encouraging me to get that one. And then I have... That's the only mod... Oh, well, I have the Bricklink designer program. They did the Lego store one. I got that one because I thought that was really cool. So I guess I have that one, the museum, and then Avengers Tower, and the Daily Bugle. And those are like the modulars I have. So, whoop, that was wrong, bin. It's mostly just a Marvel City with a couple things spread throughout. And I haven't built any of them yet, so... I do have both of those sets. Again, they're not built again. I have a really massive backlog because space is restricted. But I have both of those skulls. I think those are some of the best Jurassic sets we've gotten in like a long time. And I really want to get the giant T-Rex. But that thing is expensive, so I have not gotten that one yet. That one is not cheap. I really want it, but it's also like, you know, what is it, like $250, $300? I think it's $250. Still, though, expensive. Literally, you don't need a bathroom. That's where the Lego goes. That's the eventually one day the plan is to have just a giant, awesome Lego room, and the rest of the house is like one room. You have your kitchen, and then the rest of it is Lego room. That's the goal. This is a little advent calendar build. I think there's a little police station here. I don't really get the city advent calendars because I don't care about city that much, but sometimes if I find them on sale, I buy them right up because they have dogs. I like getting the little dogs. There's a ton of little pieces in this one. Oh, that's part of it. Eventually, we'll just take out a whole section and add just Lego room galore. Oh. I feel like that went in the wrong one. Oh well. This is also just like a rough sort. We're gonna do a little more a more refined sort later eventually, so it's a little rough, that's okay. Yes, I did see both of the 101 Dalmatian sets coming out. I feel like I'm obligated to get them as someone who has a Dalmatian. Her name is Pixel, and she's so cute and also very misbehaved, but I feel like I'm obligated to get them. I like the little ones. They're kind of like derpy looking because they're only like a $20 set, so it's not a lot of pieces. I kind of like them though. The big one, there's something weird with like the big Simba and the big Dalmatian that I've seen. There's like just something slightly off about them, and I think it's the neck, the way like the neck is attached, which I don't blame them because I feel like it's a hard thing to do in general. But I'm not sold on them. I like them a lot, but I'm not 100%. So we'll see if I get that one. I do want to get the Dalmatian sets, but yeah, Pixel, because she's all spotted. So she looks kind of pixelated, which is fun. She's very cute. She's can get away with murder, so not the most behaved animal, but she is very cute. Big Power Miners tire. I voted in that like nostalgia gift with purchase thing on Lego Ideas for the Power Miners one. I submitted something too. It was a rush job, so it wasn't very good. But then someone had a Power Miners thing on there, and I was like, oh yeah. Power Miners for life. I think the Dalmatian's the size of like the big Simba too. I think that's it kind of looks like that's a scale they're going for. I think they're going to do a few sets in that scale. And I think they look good. There's something weird about the neck that like it throws me off a little bit, but I'm probably just being a little like overcritical, honestly. I think they look good. And I do want the Dalmatian one because I have a Dalmatian, so I feel like out of respect to her, I have to get him. Ooh, it's a big engine piece. They've done a few. I want them to make more Dalmatian stuff like the, what is it? There's like, it's not the Just like the regular dog piece. That's what I was looking for. I want that, but all like the Dalmatians I've seen so far, except there might have been one in City and like an expensive set. They all are like the dog with the pointy ears. And I want one of, they have like the new Golden Retriever piece that has the folding down ears, and I want that for as a Dalmatian. There's a Jack Stone torso. I don't know where that's from. We'll get a little closer on that one. Yeah. Nice. Make Pixel pay for this set. I should make her pay. She makes a lot of a mess, so it would help me out a lot if she got the set. Maybe I'll bring her in. Actually, no, she doesn't get along with people very well that aren't like her people. She's a lot older now, so she gets along with people better, but she is a bit feisty. So we don't get to take her out very often. There's a ton of advent calendar builds in here. I think I just dumped a bunch of old advent calendar builds I was hoarding in a box into the main build when I decided main box when I decided I was gonna sort everything. So here we are, sorting. Oh, Octan minifigure. Let's throw him over there. Good old Lego oil. Oh, and a little computer. There's a bunch of weird pieces in this one. Like printed ones and stuff. It is really just like a conglomeration of random parts though, so I shouldn't be that surprised. Has a cat who looks exactly like the Tuxedo Cat. That'd be funny. I bet there's some great photo opportunity there. To have like the cat looking at the Tuxedo Cat. There's some great opportunity for photos with that. That's hilarious. Ooh. Nope, that was a plate. Whoops. I do partly want to get the Tuxedo Cat for photo opportunities with my cat. I have not done it yet, though. It's a really cute build, though. I like that one. You could get, like, a whole... Oh, that was not a brick. That was a bunch of plates. You could get, like, a whole mirror of the Tuxedo Cat looking at the Lego Tuxedo Cat. Or the regular cat looking at the Lego Tuxedo Cat. That would be funny. That's what I would... If I get that set, it's just all photo opportunity. I'm just doing a photo shoot with my cat. Oof, what am I doing here? There we go. There's a lot of nice wedge plates in here that are going to be good for Burke so far. Because I still have 3 whole walls to make. That one in the video is just the first. There's still 3 more to go. Which is going to be a lot of work. Oh, I think only 2 of them are going to be done by June 13th. Since I'm continuing the build after. And honestly, one of the coolest parts is what's going to be in the build afterwards. So, gotta save 1 wall to build the under part of Burke. A little easier. Oh yeah, this is the TIE Striker, I think. Nice Rogue One reference. I'm watching Rogue One tonight with some friends, and one of them has never seen it before. So that's going to be very cool. She's now watched all of Andor and none of Rogue One, so. Have fun. Good work. Oh, right, East Coast, so. It's a little later over there. Have fun. Good luck. There's a lot of small pieces in this, like, chunk I grabbed. I keep forgetting where all the parts are. I keep moving the boxes around just ever so slightly, which makes the makes me forget where I put everything. And a lot of slopes in here today. I feel like we haven't gotten a lot of slopes before, as much in the sorting stream. Ooh. Luckily, I didn't just knock everything over. Again, it wouldn't be a sorting stream if I didn't almost spill all of the parts everywhere. So luckily, I didn't this time. There we go. Okay. Back to work. Yeah, lots of, like, hinges and stuff. Which is kind of fun. Some weirder pieces now that we're not just taking apart the remains of Scarif. We're taking apart some other stuff today. I hope everyone's day is going well, though. My day has been long so far. Luckily, my internet was out this morning, but they were able to come and fix it, so that was nice. Which means we were able to stream. For a minute there, I was like, I don't know if we're gonna get the stream today, but then we were good, so. This is weird. This is a real Lego piece. This is like an old piece. Studs on the top, too. That's a weird one. But I don't actually know where. I'm just going to put that in tiles. Kind of close. Well, more of a slope than a tile. Also slope plate. I like this system, though, of having just the little bins out. I feel like it's easier to see all the pieces. Watching Rogue One, because we finished season 2 of Andor. My friend has now watched Andor, but not Rogue One, so she hasn't seen what happens in that movie, which is very compelling to see how she's going to like the ending. Because I feel like Rogue One is really like it's the final arc of Andor now, to me. It's like how Firefly ended, the TV series Firefly ended, and then they followed it with a movie, except it's kind of like the opposite with this, but it's going to be really cool. I do remember the end. I actually just watched Rogue One a couple days ago, too. And I am very excited to see what she thinks at the end, because she has no idea what happens. And I think it's going to be crazy to see someone experience that for the first time. After watching Andor, especially. It's going to be very exciting. But yeah, that's the plan. We've been waiting for this for, like, ever since Andor Season 1 came out. She was like, I'm going to watch Rogue One after this. And we're like, no, you, like, since you haven't seen it, you have to wait until the rest of the series comes out to watch Rogue One. Like, you are such an interesting experiment for watching this show in, like, the reverse order, basically. So you have to do it this way. So that's what we're doing. I think it will be quite thrilling. Yeah, literally, like, watching the end is wild now. Like, just after everything and, like, seeing... No, I think you're good. I don't think she might tune in. So, delete it just in case. But I see what you said, and I agree. Like, it's wild watching that happen. I mean, honestly, the movie's been out for like 6 years now. You don't really have to delete it, but I choked up too because I watched it right after. We watched the final arc, and then we watched the movie. Perfect, nice. And I cried a lot more than I did the first time. I already loved Rogue One. I already thought Rogue One was a great movie, but then watching it post Andor, incredible. It really adds so many layers to an already really compelling movie, I think. So I'm excited to watch it again. I'll watch it 2 times this week then. Plus Andor's finale. And you know, I might even go for a third. Oh. I'm pretty much a fan of like all the Star. I haven't really like hated anything Star Wars has put out, to be honest. There's some stuff I don't like as much, but I'm pretty easy to please content-wise. You can really put out anything, and I'll still be like, yeah, sure, I'll enjoy it. But Andor is like another level of amazing. Yeah, exactly. I like Andor, like following Rogue One with the series about a character that you didn't think, like, originally. I was excited, and I was like, huh, interesting. I was like, why did they choose him? And then watching the series, I was like, so that's why they chose him, because it was an awesome story. And I'm so excited just to see what they do in the future, because I feel like now that they've done Andor, they know that, like, they can do more stuff like that. I mean, I love Mandalorian. I love, like, Clone Wars. I love everything. But Andor is such a good show, a good series that it's really well written and everything. I'm just excited to see what Lucasfilm comes up with next. I answered Andor on the poll. As much as I love the Clone Wars, I think overall Andor is, like, the better series. Well, Clone Wars has more moments that I enjoy. Like, I think I like moments in the Clone Wars better than Andor. Blue Violet, that's a good color. I like that one. I think as a series as a whole, Andor is more solid all the way through. But I mean, like, I grew up with Clone Wars, so, like, Clone Wars will always have a special place in my heart. And then Rebels is incredible. I love Star Wars Rebels. That show I think I even like better than Clone Wars. Especially after the first season. There you go. Our Octane guy now has a camera and a bow and arrow from this bin. Oh, what the heck? This had, like, Technic pins and gears in it. Weird. Okay. How's it gonna go like a hinge bin? I need, like, a bin for, like, hinges, I think. To put hinge pieces. Because they're really useful in, like, their own way. And I feel like if I ever want them, I don't want to dig through bins upon bins of other stuff to find them. Yeah, there's so many series in Star Wars that it's hard to include all of them. Especially now, like, they just keep making new ones, and they're all, like, I really like pretty much most of them. Some of them I obviously have issues with, as you will with all series, and all franchises, but overall, I think Star Wars has done a really good job making some really entertaining content. I'm also just really easy to please, so there's that too. I think too, Rebels especially, like, I think I'm gonna classify that as a slope for now. Rebels was one that just shocked me too, because, like, at the beginning I was like, okay, so this is okay, And then it goes super into like the mystical side of the Force and all this like crazy stuff towards the end. And that's what I really loved about it, was kind of like the weird and wacky things they did on Lothal. Like, it was just cool. It was just really cool. But I also just love when they do weird stuff with the Force. I like when they embrace like the mystical side of it. A little money sign, nice. I'm gonna get some bigger pieces in here, I think, too. Ooh, there's so many little guys. Yeah, my level of criticism is quite low. I can look past a lot of things as long as there's something I do enjoy, which I think is good, because it makes it a lot easier for me to watch stuff, because I'll be like, oh, that was not great, but I'll find something else I enjoyed in there. Rise of Skywalker, for example, I like the sequels, and I don't love that movie, but I like the Ben Solo stuff enough where I'm like, okay, I can still watch this. Oh, people reacting to it? Of him killing the Emperor? Yeah. That part, iconic. It's so good. Return of the Jedi does get a little goofy, but at the same time, I love it. I love the Ewoks. I think they're cute and goofy, and I'm honestly a sucker for little cute things like Grogu. I love that little guy. Love little cute dudes. It's fun seeing people, like, especially today, people who haven't seen a lot of like especially like the older Star Wars movies, the original trilogy, stuff like that, reacting to it now it's very cool seeing their experiences with that. Because if you've avoided spoilers like this long, that's impressive, and I'm excited to see you react to things like that. These are really stuck together. Wow. Ooh. Okay, computer's talking to me. There you go. I'm so deeply ingrained in Star Wars in my life that sometimes I forget. Not everyone is. I read all of this stuff. Oh, yeah, no. Vader killing the Emperor is not a spoiler anymore. Honestly, the Rogue one, I also don't think is even a spoiler, except in this specific case. I'm just excited to see her. I'm shocked she hasn't been spoiled, the ending. Once a movie has been out for a couple years, we're really past spoiler territory, you know? Like, it's nice to be able to not learn what finds out, but also, it's been 5 years. It's been a little bit. But yeah, Vader killing the Emperor, not a spoiler. If you haven't watched the movie in the 40 years it's existed, then I don't know what to tell you. If you thought that was a spoiler that you didn't want to walk into. The movie's been out too long. I think it's really important to, like, not post spoilers or anything, like, the first few weeks of a movie. Because, like, this is such an issue with, like, Marvel especially. People post spoilers, like, within seconds of getting out of the theaters. And I'm like, dude, chill. You can get your clickbait in a couple days. Let people experience the movie first. But that's kind of the state of the internet. People just love to post spoilers immediately and get, like, this gut reaction and engagement. But it's especially bad with Marvel. George Lucas turned 81 yesterday? Wow. That's impressive. And he's still doing great. I saw he's out there doing stuff. I love he gets to visit the sets of all the Star Wars movies still. I love that he does that. And, like, shows. He's still there. He's still having fun. But he's, like, a much more laid-back take, which, you know, he deserves it. That dude has done so much. He deserves some time to himself. That was a slope. There we go. I need a few more pieces. There we go. I have not watched the movie Fanboys. Is that? I feel like I've heard that title before though. Is it like a documentary style, or is it more of a or is it like a movie? I feel like I've heard that name before though, but I have not watched the movie myself. 'Hey Lego Timmy, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, Fanboys is going up. I will put that, actually I'm going to put that on my letterbox watch list right now. My phone can't see my face when I block it with a water bottle. Letterbox watch list. Fanboys. 2009? Is it this one? I'm assuming it's this one. It looks Star Wars related. To watch list. There we go. Okay, we'll be looking into this one. Okay, that sounds hilarious. I'm gonna watch that. That sounds very funny. Break into Skywalker Ranch to watch Star Wars before, or The Force Awakens before it releases. That sounds hysterical. I will be tuning in. Yeah, hey Lego Timmy, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. We are sorting Lego pieces. We've got 4 bins here. Bricks, plates, tiles, and slopes that we're sorting into. And this is like the initial stage of sorting. And we'll kind of go into a deeper sort later. I'm listening to the... I'm not putting it on the stream because I, copyright and stuff, but I'm listening to the Closed on Sunday live Star Wars stream, and it's the Grogu theme one. And Grogu's theme is like one of my favorite orchestrated pieces of like score ever. And this lo-fi is so cute. It is. The issue with the bottomless container too is it's not just one container. There's 3 bins holding various quantities of pieces over here. And that's like just, this is like the stuff I would need to really sort through. And then after that, there's obviously like various bins over there of like kind of color sorted stuff, like a little bit, but not really. And I just got to go through that. There's so many pieces everywhere because I just keep like buying like bulk brick at like garage sales and stuff. And then, instead of doing the correct thing and sorting it right away, I throw it all into the same bin and I call it good. So that's why it's kind of a mess here. But that's why we're sorting. And that's why we're sorting live. Sorting live so I'm held accountable by chat to make sure that I actually get this stuff sorted. Because otherwise it's never going to happen. And I would love to have a better sorting system so I can build things better. Because that is what I'm moving on with the channel. We're trying to do a lot more building. And it's way easier to build when your stuff is sorted. Same. I'm really glad they are using like the same soundtrack and scores. I think it is like slightly updated, right, for the new version, but I'm glad it's the same songs and we're not like doing new songs for How to Train Your Dragon. Like Powell's score is undeniably one of the best scores ever written. People praise it all the time, especially like Test Flight and stuff. If they changed it, people would be like rioting in the streets. So I'm very glad that we have kept the score because it's beautiful. And I'm really excited to see this in IMAX. Like, Test Flight in IMAX is going to be crazy. I haven't seen How to Train Your Dragon in the theater since 2010 or 2009, whenever it came out. And Test Flight in the theater is going to be crazy. In IMAX, again, like, I don't even know if I saw the first one in IMAX back then. I was also, like, not very old. But still, I am very excited to see Test Flight again in IMAX this time. Yeah, it's like Test Flight is a beautiful song in general. Like, even aside from being like a movie score, it's just beautiful, and like the use of like motif and the blending of their two themes, the blending of Toothless's theme and Hiccup's theme together, like when they sync up in their flight, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. Like, that's the best word for it. And I am very excited to see it in IMAX. I think it's going to be crazy. That's what I saw. Everyone who came out of CinemaCon was like, Test Flight's so good. And I was like, okay, I'm ready. Ooh. We're going to do another couple handfuls here for the stream. It's a bit of probably a shorter stream today. I do plan on sorting stream again, hopefully next Sunday, and then I think we'll be live again on Thursday for building. Sound Suite of 40 minutes. Oh, blended in with symphony. That sounds really nice from Sound Suite. I'm gonna have to look at that. So I love listening to like the scores and stuff, especially like when I'm like working, relaxing, or like doing like a studying kind of thing. I like listening to scores. I think it's because there's no words, it's easier to focus. It's just a nice way to do it. So yeah, that sounds good. I'll have to check that out after the stream as well. You do. Hey, we love How to Train Your Dragon here. How to Train Your Dragon is wonderful, and I have loved everything they've done except for the 9 Realms. I'm not the biggest fan of that one, but honestly, I have only watched the first season, so maybe I need to give it another try. We'll find out. But yeah, I love How to Train Your Dragon. It's a great, amazing story. The people that work on it are wonderful storytellers. When you pat his head, he growls. That's adorable. I love that. That's one of the things I'm most excited for about the new movie too, is all of the merch we're going to be getting. I'm so ready for some more merch. I feel like for the longest time, How to Train Your Dragon merch has been like drip fed. But it's finally time. We're going to get a whole ton of merch. And our time has come. Because I feel like they use like merch for like big budget live action stuff always gets tons of merch too. So I think that's going to help us get even more merch. I definitely want to, like, before the movie comes out, just go through the stores and just get all of the merch I can. Bring it into the theater. Ooh. Which I'm seeing it June 11th. So a couple days early. AMC was doing a slightly early stream. Or not stream. That's what we're doing now. Slightly early screening. Which, that's good. I really want to try to find one earlier, but I don't think there's going to be any near me. I think most of them are, like, in, you know, the big places like LA and stuff. So, I think we're not going to get a super early screening. But, you know, that's okay. I saw Hidden World. I want to say I saw it, like, a couple weeks or a month early. So, I saw one of the movies early. I went and saw it alone, and I sobbed, like, the entire time. It was beautiful. I really love that movie. I know in the How to Train Your Dragon fandom, there's some contention about the ending of Hidden World. I don't know how you feel about it, Copper, but I think it's beautiful. And I know people don't like that the dragons left, but I think that they've been telling us the dragons were going to leave the entire time, so I think it was inevitable. Like, I just assumed the ending of the franchise would be the dragons leaving. Even from after I saw the first one. So, oof, I think it's a beautiful ending. I know it's kind of a point of contention among some of the the fandom. Which, you know, some people just don't like it, and that's okay. But I think it's beautiful. The one thing I'm wondering, this is something, if they do plan on doing all three live action of How to Train Your Dragon, I want to see if they're going to connect the through line a little more. Because they are very, like, standalone movies, each part of the trilogy. And I wonder if they're going to connect them a little more. It's like, example, I wonder if Grimmel is going to show up in the live action How to Train Your Dragon 2, or they're going to mention him or something. Since they don't really mention him in How to Train Your Dragon 2, the original one, I wonder if they're going to try to, like, connect them a little more. Because, like you said, they were doing the new Viking lore about they all come to Berk for the Olympics. I wonder if they're going to connect things a little more there. Yeah, exactly. Like, in order for the lore of How to Train Your Dragon to work, the dragons have to leave, and so I think it's beautiful that, like, they learn to let go. They're like, hey, we're not ready for you. You, when the world is ready, come back. And then there's the 9 Realms, which maybe I should try to finish. But I was not the biggest fan. Also, though, truthfully, I am not the target audience for that show, so that might be why. I am very, very much not the target audience for 9 Realms. Maybe one day I'll power through all of it. Just for lore's sake. Honestly, that's the reason I want to watch it, just for, like, lore's sake. And I mean, Race to the Edge, great. Like, those ones are really good. I just don't know what it is about 9 Realms. I think it's targeted towards a younger audience than I am. Whereas I feel like Race to the Edge was kind of like a middle ground. We gave him some roller skates now too from the bin. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I think with 9 Realms, it's like, it's all about, like, the current times, and there's some similar designs, and, like, some of the concepts are similar. I felt like the first season was just very similar to the plot of How to Train Your Dragon, but just, like, normal, which I think lost some of the charm of what made the original, like, this Viking era story, which I think makes it more fun. So that's part of it, and it was definitely targeted towards a younger audience. So I think that's also part of it. I know season 2 has a Skrill though, so I want to go back and watch the Skrill, because Skrills are freaking cool. But other than that, it's not targeted towards me, so that one I didn't like as much. It was definitely, like, And honestly, I don't know if our world is ready for the dragons to come back anyway. So, it being placed in like current times felt like maybe, I don't know if we're ready for the dragons. Might have to wait another few years for that one. But yeah, it wasn't bad. Like, well, no. I think Nine Realms was not great. There was some stuff I liked, though. I thought it was fun that Thunder was there. But some of the other stuff I was just not as big of a fan of. But maybe the other seasons would change my mind if I went back and watched them. Ow. That one tried to break my nail. There we go. Alright. I'm going to wind down the stream for today, though. We've got some pretty good sorting progress done, though. Whew, there we go. Just a couple more here. These bins are pretty full. We got pretty full bin of plates, bricks. Tiles are a little smaller, but tiles in general are just smaller pieces, so they don't fill up as much space. These are going to go back in here. I do think I need a miscellaneous setup. Because there does end up being like a lot of these miscellaneous pieces that don't get sorted anywhere. But they do need a place to go. So maybe one of these streams will have more of like a miscellaneous setup going. But yeah. Thank you everyone so much for tuning by. Copper, Lego Timmy, Diego, everyone for hanging out. I appreciate everyone stopping by, liking the video, hanging out. I'm trying to do more live streams, so I think Thursday we should be back to do building. There's a chance I'll bring it out. I did a little more building on this as well, so we'll either be building more of Hiccup's house from How to Train Your Dragon, or there's something else I'm working on that maybe the Bricklink parts will come in on time, and maybe they won't, so we'll find out. Oh, sweet. I would love to see that little Toothless. That sounds really cute. I would love to see what that looks like. Because that sounds adorable. But yeah, back Thursday. Hopefully Thursday night to either work more on Hiccup's house or, fingers crossed, a secret project that the parts haven't come in for yet. But, actually, since for those of you that are here on stream, I'll tell you what it is. I ordered the parts for Stormfly. We'll see if there's 2 Bricklink orders that have to come in. One should be here by Thursday. The other one might not. So we'll either be building Hiccup's house on Thursday, or we're going to build Stormfly, which I'm really excited for, because she's going to be the second dragon I physically built from the franchise. We have Toothless, obviously. Stormfly would be the second. So, stay tuned for Thursday. And then on Sunday, we'll be back to probably normal streams for sorting streams. So back to Sunday times, starting out in next week. So Sunday stream, Thursday stream. Yeah. Thank you again, everyone, for watching. I appreciate it. Thanks so much, Copper, for tuning in, chatting. Next stream, hopefully you will see Copper as a mod, if I can figure out how to make that work. Wish me luck, because I'm going to go do that right now, probably. Figure out how to do stuff at some point this week. So, yeah, thank you everyone so much for tuning in. Have a great rest of your Saturday. It's a little rainy for me, but I like the rain, so that's a good thing. I'm going to go watch Rogue One in a couple hours, and I hope everyone has a great rest of your day. Yeah, everyone have a good Sunday, everyone have a good Saturday, and have a good rest of your week as well. I will see you on Thursday. And until then, video came out today comparing U-Wings, and a couple shorts coming out this week before Thursday as well. So, yeah, we'll see you all then. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and I will see you next week.